All right, so we joined Sienna on Sunday morning, and she is a religious person, so she would typically be getting ready to go to church at this time, but she overslept a little bit, so she'll actually be joining her family a little later than she was meant to. But we are going to go ahead and freshen up for the day while we avoid all of the all the lemons that nature is throwing at us right now. Um, I think that those kind of things are interesting, like having the bat attack or having the spider attack on lots that are not in like jungle adventure or whatever. But at the same time, if there were some kind of like negative like impact to it, rather than just a little mood, yeah, her family's going to be contacting her like all day. And although I don't like all the messages popping up all the time, I just think that it makes sense that they're just constantly bombarding her with messages like, "Where are you? Why didn't you come to church? Why are you? Where are you? Why didn't you come to church? Are you gonna come over? Are you gonna come over?" Like, and they would be worried about her, like, "Oh, Sienna's off doing her own thing now, and now she thinks she doesn't have to come to church. Like, what's that?" But yeah, like her mom's just blowing up her phone, like, "Hey, what's going on? How are you? Are you gonna talk to me?" It's so funny. All right. But to sort of make up for it, she's actually just going to go out and in the game it lets you do like volunteer work. So that'll be her whole thing where she's just kind of going out and she's doing her charitable act for the day. Oh, Kohei is also contacting her a lot. And I'd like to say yes, but I'm not going to be saying yes every single time. So we're just going to ignore some of the messages while she gets ready for her volunteer activities. Okay, so we're back from our volunteer activity, and we kind of invited mom to come over, and she has this big surprise for us. So the other day we went to see her, and of course in the game the passage of time is different for Sienna than it is for like us. So especially with the adoption process of the baby, like we're talking weeks and weeks and weeks, right? Possibly months that she's trying to get herself together, that she's trying to pay off her loan, that she's trying to do her own thing on her own lot. These things are taking much more time than we're saying that it does. So you can see that the mom is so sad because like her mom found out that she's pregnant and she's not happy with being pregnant. And she actually doesn't want to have the baby. So she's basically just going to tell Sienna like, "Ugh, I can't believe the mess that your father and I got ourselves into." And Sienna is super excited about the whole thing. And the problem with Sienna is that Sienna is still young. She may look kind of mature, at least in this recording or the way that she looks, but she's actually just like 19 or something like that. So she's literally fresh out of high school, but like her whole life she's wanted a family. Her whole life, it's been about her and her younger brother. And kind of secretly she's always wished that she had another younger sibling. Like she wants a big family, not just for herself, but she wished that she had a big family even when she was a child. So she is super excited about this. And actually, in the back of Sienna's mind, she's thinking, this would be so wonderful if I had a little baby sister, a little baby brother, and also, I was able to adopt the baby and we could raise basically my child and my mom's child, like at the same time. For her, it just seems like a dream come true because like she and her mom can go through basically the raising of a child together, and she really wants to kind of extend that to her mom. And also, this is the first time that her mom is seeing her new place. So it's a super exciting day for Sienna. And her mom is actually quite pleased with the place. She was expecting it to just look run down, based on the description from Bill, her husband, and Blaine, because that they've seen it and it's not so great state. But the mom is actually quite proud of Sienna and she's happy for her. She thinks that the place is coming along nicely. Some doors would be nice. I promise at some point I'll fix the mods and I'll figure out what's causing the problem with the doors. But that's it, not for now. Alright, so we're gonna head outside and sort of wrap up our little chat here. Sienna's happy to have shown her mom the lot. She's happy to have she's happy that her mom received it well. And she wants to encourage her, about the baby. She doesn't want her to feel bad about having the baby. So as much as possible, she's going to try to keep in touch with her mom, and she's going to try to, keep track of the pregnancy so that, maybe, Sienna might also want to try, something like that for herself. If she sees her mom, she sees her glowing and pregnant. It's super exciting for her. So she's starting to get some of these ideas in the back of her head, but she's still the same old Sienna. So she tells her little joke and basically says bye to her mom. And we're having some lady problems. So basically what we're going to do is freshen up a little bit, and we're going to invite Kohei over and see if we can get things moving along. Especially now that Sienna has I guess we can say a fire lit under her about what she wants to do. So again, this menu is a little new for me, so I'm pretty sure the order is the same as it used to be. Yeah. So we're just going to invite him over, and we're going to see how far we can get with him. Can you imagine inviting somebody over to your house that you're trying to do something sexual with and you're on the toilet while you're talking to them? If only there was a fly on the wall. Okay, so we're going to have her change her clothes so that she's out of her church wear. And hopefully get her to freshen up a little bit, as one would when they're expecting some company, if you know what I mean. Some doors would be nice. And I would also prefer for them to do it in the bed. Like, I'm pretty sure if Kohei were to come over, he wouldn't want to do it in the tent. He's kind of like a wealthy guy. And also, if he had doors on his house, we'd probably do it at his house. But because of the problems I'm having with the mod, there are no doors on his house, so we're just going to do it here. It's just easier. Please forgive me. Okay, so so we've got Kohei. Excuse me, I can't speak right now for some reason. Okay, so Kohei's here, and I'll just show you his traits very shortly, so you can see what kind of person Kohei is. He's a very, very interesting guy. And also, we got farther in the last episode, but looking at their relationship, you would never know that. You would absolutely not know that they had their first kiss. You would absolutely not know that they've been on like a date and that they've been talking with each other for the past 8 parts. But hopefully, after tonight, we'll see a boost in their relationship. Oh, Sienna is so smooth. And of course, Kohei is never anything short of super flirty. Maybe in the previous part, maybe part 6 it might have been, I cheated to make him flirty, and he's still flirty from the cheat. I don't know. But we'll see how far we can go with him. Because he doesn't reject her at all, which is really good. So we're just going to ask some of those important questions. See if Kohei is down, See if he's, if he has any protection. And Kohei seems like a kind of guy who would be kind of put together. So she was expecting him to have some protection, but as it turns out, he doesn't have any protection. So we're going to have to take care of that on our own. Which is, it's no big deal. Sienna's not going to make a big deal out of that. Alright, so now we have some of the goods. And also, Sienna's like on her period, so there's no real chance that she could get pregnant. For her, this is just kind of testing the waters to see if, if Kohei is any good. I hate to put it that way. She doesn't have any experience herself, so it's going to be a first time. It's the first time for both of them. But at the same time, there isn't any risk of her getting pregnant. But it'd be great if she doesn't get any STDs or anything, or WTDs, as they say in this, according to this mod, I think it is. Okay. So I think that we are feeling, look at her thinking about the engagement ring. Okay. Why are you singing? Can you imagine if you're trying to do it with some guy and he just starts singing? It's so funny. And of course they're trying to do it in the bed, but they can't. It's not possible. So we're just gonna... I was so excited that the option to woohoo was there. Okay, so we're just going to try to do it the old-fashioned way in the tent. Oh, she misses her family. It's only been like 2 days since the last time. Well, technically, it's been some time. And she used birth control. Perfect. So this hopefully means that she won't wind up with any weird diseases, because I have some mods installed that can make that a possibility. That's why we could ask him all those important questions. Like, hey, you're not, you don't have anything, do you? It's such a weird kind of situation, but, it's important to be safe. Okay. So we're not just gonna, kick him off the lot, immediately after. Why was she okay. Girl, get it together. Get it together. Kohei doesn't seem to mind. He's probably in a great mood. And although it was their first time, look how he's looking at her. I think he enjoyed it quite a bit. She also seems to be in a good mood, despite crying basically immediately after. Bruh, if I did it with somebody for the first time and they just started crying, I don't even know what I would do. I don't even know what I would do. Yeah, so yeah, I'm digging the vibe. Why the range of emotions that she's expressing right now? His traits, one of his traits is that he's erratic, and I'm like, which one? And then there she goes again. And then I have to remind myself that basically she's still in her period, so maybe that's why. We're going to attribute it to that. I'm not going to take any responsibility for that. But yeah, we're going to end the episode here. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.